Hello and welcome to another edition of Brew Sports Chat. I'm Ironman Herb Bailey. I got the coach of USC Salk with me, Coach Hendren, and he's going to talk a little bit about the season, what has happened, and the future, and a little bit about his life. But first, yes, you are starting to know the Charlie Harper mug and the steam for the Charlie Harper mug, because I was at the USC game last night, is saying they're going to do well in the region. They're going to go places. This is a good team. And so the steam, which has been good lately, is saying a good run in the region for USC Salk. Hopefully he gets it right. I have a book being published, Sports Memories Woven into Life, that will be published and in your hands November 27th, 2017. And I'm excited about that. And so if you're thinking already about Christmas gifts for your loved ones, November 27th, Sports Memories Woven into Life. I'll even sign it for you. So you'll be hearing more about that. And I also, last year, I did a thing from the Brew Sports Chat Sportscast, something called Bailey Fitness Brew, in which, through social media, we did a 7-mile walk, run, jog, or run, whatever you could do, 70-minute cardio and yoga, and a 70-minute weight training all in one day. And we were connected through social media, and I had 28 states and 3 countries represented. This year we're going for 40 states and 5 countries represented, and I want Colleton County involved. So you'll hear more about that, the Bailey Fitness Group. I know you see me as a sports writer on the Colletonian and Hey What's Up article, which I enjoy doing, going all over the place. But there's also more to this Brew Sports Chat. And so we're going to go right to the interview right here. Corey Hendren, welcome. As I drop my paper here. Welcome to Brew Sports Chat. The previous guest was Savannah Connor, and so we keep the USC thing going. And actually, next week is the baseball coach, so we're on a roll with USC here.
There we go.
But you are confident. I want to get this right. 9-3 to conference, 20-9 overall, right?
21-9 since we won last night.
Last night, that's right.
21-9.
21-9.
Regular season.
Excellent season. But before we get into that, let's talk about you and how did you come about to be the head coach at USC Salk?
Okay, well, honestly, it's a good time, good situation for me. I graduated college from Milligan College in Tennessee, where I played basketball at. And, I had a few job opportunities I was looking into, and I was close to actually maybe accepting one. And then my stepdad had met Jane Brewer, the athletic director at USC Salk.
We love Jane on this show. Okay.
Everybody loves Jane, absolutely. And he was taking some of his baseball players now. He coaches travel ball baseball to see Coach Dorman, who you'll have next week, on a visit. And hears something about a basketball job being open. And he's like, well, my stepson, he'd be a great hire. He's young. He'd be a great hire for you guys. And she's like, well, give me his number. So we end up, I think maybe I contacted her first, one way or the other, and we met in Columbia one day after one of her meetings at USC Columbia, and it was right after I got done running the camp, so we met and talked for a while, and she had me come down for an official interview, which was that was a Friday, and that was Monday, that following Monday, and I got offered a job after the interview, and I accepted and hit the ground running.
I take it that you enjoy being at USC.
Yes.
It's really a nice campus here in Walterboro, South Carolina. For all who are not from the area watching this, if you're interested in a nice little college in South Carolina that is big in athletics, that's the place.
Absolutely. No, it's a great place to work. We got great staff and faculty, great administration, and obviously I'm biased. We have a great community here in Walterboro, and they support our athletics here. Then the Allendale community is great for our other campuses as well, with baseball, softball, and soccer.
Sure. Now, before we get into talking about this season, I heard that your athletic director has already talked to you about the hot dog eating contest at the end of April, and I heard that you're on board.
Sure, why not?
All right.
I'm up for a good challenge.
So,
I don't think Rob Gurrell can handle me. So.
You don't think Rob Gurrell? Rob, I know Rob watches this show, and I'm sure that he's already now ready. He's already looking for a hot dog. It's going to be fun the end of April in the gym at the USC Salk campus, and We're going to have USC, we're going to have CPA, and we're going to have Colleton County High School, and it's going to be a fun time. And it'll be broadcast on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat. So you'll hear a lot more about that in weeks to come. But let's talk about your season. Now, at the beginning of the season, when you were in preseason practice, did you think they would be this good?
You know, it's hard to tell early in the year. I thought we had some pieces, and I thought we had a chance to be good. We had a group that worked pretty hard, and seemed like they were committed to the process of getting better. So we thought we had a chance to be special this year. And we've had some bumps along the way. We've had some injuries, had some things not go away, but we've had a lot of things go our way, and we're sitting in a really good spot. I mean, we did lose one of our better players, our big man Austin Stone, for the year, who's committed to University of Portland, who's he's an instrumental part of our team, not just because he's talented, but he was a really tough kid that worked his tail off.
Sure.
But we've had guys step up, and it's been fun to see us improve throughout the year in conference play, and to see these guys really hitting their stride at the right time.
Now, 21-9, good season in the region. Spartanburg scared them. You scared them. I mean, but would you like to see them one more time?
Well, you know, we'd like to see them because that means we're in the championship game.
That's where I was going with that.
So we'd like to see them, and since the way the tournament works this year, we get 2 bids from our conference this year. So if we happen to meet them in the region championship next weekend, that's a good thing. That means they've already clinched their spots since they went the regular season.
Sure.
So we'd love to meet them again, and they do a great job over there. I'm friends with John Crimmins, who's the coach, who does a heck of a job. They got a really talented squad, but if that happens, we'll be happy to be in that situation.
Now, where will the region be played?
It'll be in Pinehurst, North Carolina, at St. Hills Community College.
Okay. And definitely you'll hear all about it, because I believe that this team, that Charlie Harper already said, the bug here, already said they're going to do well. So we could see a Spartanburg matchup, that's for sure. Now, you're starting 5. Talk to me about each player, what they brought to the table this year.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the group we've been starting lately. We've gone through a lot of start lineups, and we play a lot of different guys, but a lot of big pieces. But lately, it's been Reggie Wright, our point guard. He's a freshman from Greenville, South Carolina. He's steady. I mean, he knows how to control the tempo of the game. Does a good job calling plays and knowing where to get guys. He shoots the ball well, but he's been good for us all year as a freshman. We got Marquise Sumner, who's a freshman from North Augusta, who's been playing for us. He's a shooter, shoots it well, can defend a few positions, and he's really come on in region play. He's had a great year as a freshman. And Vernon Lowndes is one of our sophomores, number 15, he's had an unbelievable year. I'm biased, but I hope he gets region player of the year. He'll definitely be up there in contention. He's averaging 19 points a game and close to 8 rebounds. And,
that's deserving.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been here with 3 years. He redshirted last year, works really hard. He's just got better each year. I mean, he's a different player when he came in, and that's all a testament to the time he puts in. But he's going to be a special player over the next few years for somebody else as well. Jemiah Sanders, who's a local guy from Colleton County, has been starting to play well. He's that tough kind of glue guy that some games you need him to score, some games you need him to defend and rebound. But he's that guy, whatever you need him to do, he typically gets it done.
Coach's player.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Dayshaw Andrews, who's kind of one of those guys who's the ultimate mismatch. He's a big body kid that can shoot it from the perimeter, can handle the ball, can pass, but he can post up, and he's been his numbers in conference have been unbelievable, and he's been good all year for us.
That's good. And any other players that you want to give a little shout out to? Probably all of them, right?
Yeah. We've had guys really step up from all ranges. Jalen Smith is a sophomore that's coming off the bench for us, that's committed to Savannah State, who's been playing really well. He's an active forward that does a good job for us, brings a lot of things to the table. A.J. Brooks is another guard off the bench, has been really good, along with Ryle Owens and Aaron Manigault, who both those guys are been here for a year, and they've really got better over the year, but now they're key to what we do, and we don't really lose much when we bring those guys in.
Sure.
That's what makes us so good. And Darian Patterson, Daniel Weber, Kelvin Pruitt are all forward/centers for us that come in and provide a good minute. So we're fortunate to have 12 guys that could really help us play.
And I knew the coach was going to give everybody some love because that's what a coach does.
Absolutely.
It's a team effort. Now, assistant coaches, give them some love.
Well, any good coach could tell you, or actually a lot of bad coaches could tell you this too, but you can't do it without help from, assistant coaches and whoever else you might have involved. But we got two great ones with Brian Johnson and Rob Brindle, who both bring different things to the table, but both do a great job of helping our guys and, really helping me out as well. And, it's tough to be an assistant because, a lot of times they make me look better than I am. So that's awesome that we have guys like that. And, we're fortunate to have such a great staff that invests in our kids and really gets our team to where we're supposed to be.
Now, do you see, as far as your team, that they're committed year-round? Do you see that they're working out?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of it's, we require a lot from them, but a lot of them are going to be in their extra time anyways and really commit to being better. And they know, with this being a junior college, that if they don't get better, then this could be the last stop.
Exactly.
So, there should be internal motivation there, but we do kind of keep them scheduled and organized. And but we have some kids that love the game, and that's what makes them good because they want to truly be better, and they're always in there working.
Sure. Is there like one or two games that stand out this year as that you won that you said, wow, that team showed me something, right?
We had a few like that. Heck, our last few region games at home, we fought back from deficits and win. And, obviously the Spartanburg Methodist win was huge for us. Coming back down, a lot of points in that game to beat a nationally ranked team.
Sure.
Playing great basketball, and our guys showed some toughness in that game. And Cape Fear was a big win for us where we won on a buzzer beater. And then the last two, between Clinton and Denmark, we were down by at least 20 points in the second half of both those games. Our guys just fought back and made plays to win. So, we've had a good stretch at home with 18 wins in a row at home. Perfect home season's been special for this group. Hasn't been done here before. And, we give that to really our fans. Our fans really propel our guys and give them energy and kind of motivate them. And that's a big reason why we've had those wins. And obviously these guys are pretty good ball players, or we wouldn't have done the things we've done.
Well, one thing that I noticed last night when I was at your game was that I was looking at the crowd because I like to see if the crowd's into a game. Mm-hmm. Your fans are into it. They're every play. They don't take a play off. They're up and down the floor. Way to go, USC Salk fans. They're into the game and they want to see the best out of the players.
Yes, they do. They really do. And that's, you don't always see that at any level, but especially our level where, our crowd actually influences the game, which is a big help for us. And we're fortunate to have those good fans. And I'll have to say, especially my wife, I think we'll qualify her as the number one fan, but she
should be. Yeah.
She definitely brings a little energy and spark to that section as well. But she's, that whole group that we have that comes to almost every game is a special group because without support like that, we're not winning these games.
Sure, exactly. So you've been a basketball fan all your life?
Absolutely. Since I've been young, my whole family's loves basketball. My dad's side of the family's from Kentucky, which is a pretty heavily laden basketball state. So, everyone from my grandparents and my dad to, we all love the game and still do. Right now, my grandma's down here staying with us for a few days, and I think she might watch more basketball than I do, which is saying a lot. I get home and she's already telling me what games are on tonight and ready to go.
So March Madness is coming up, and I got a college coach right next to me. Who do you like in March Madness? And the Division I.
Right. Well, I'm a little biased, so I like to say Kentucky just because I want to make sure I still have my family backing after the day. But
see, I'm going to say Connecticut because
that's right. I got to go with that first. There's a lot of good teams this year. I think it's spread out. Every year it's got a little spread out. But I think Kansas has got really good guard play, some good senior leadership there. Villanova is just consistent. They know how to play.
Powerhouse.
Jay Wright does a great job. But those two, I think, can make a run. I'm still North Carolina's talented enough to beat anybody, but they're a little up and down right now, in my opinion.
And your athletic director wants them to win, though.
She's a little bit of a Tar Heel fan, so she wants them to win, but I'd rather see Kentucky win.
Here's my Cinderella. It's because my oldest daughter graduated from Monmouth University in New Jersey.
Okay.
In the mid-majors, they're picking them to be a Cinderella team in the NCAA tournament. So when you see Monmouth do well, think of me, Monmouth University, Cinderella team in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
King Price is their coach, and I got the chance to meet him when she was there, and really, really nice man. And you can tell that a coach is good with his players by how he interacts with them.
Right.
And you can see right away, boom, good coach. And I'm sure they could say the same about you. Are you a player's coach?
I like to think so. We try to make sure we are a players first program where, everything we do is about our guys and getting them better. And, we tell them all the time, coaches don't win the games, players do.
Exactly.
Our job as coaches is to serve them, to make them better. And a lot of times that includes challenging them and pushing them to do stuff they don't like. But we like to make sure we always, say it's a players first program, so it's our job as coaches to live up to that. And I think we do a pretty good job.
I think you do too. Good luck. Thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely.
We'll be back next week with Bailey Brew Sports Chat here from the office of the Colletonian, and I thank you for the Colletonian providing a nice office. This is the set is a work in progress. You're going to see some changes in the weeks ahead as we get even bigger and better, and we will be covering the hot dog eating contest at the end of April in the gym at USC, and so it's going to be a tremendous buzz in the community. Until then, we'll see you. Have a great week.